always, your host here, Hunter Twisdale.
And Heath Griffin.
Sorry, it's been a while. We have all been kind of sick here in the Ozarks.
He's still kind of funky, it sounds like, really.
Yeah, a little bit. I'm getting a little better. Hold on, let me change my voice.
Now I sound like myself, I think.
Sorry we've been gone. We missed you.
We did. Did y'all miss us?
Thanks.
It's good to hear that. We missed all of y'all as well. So today we're going to be talking about something that's pretty important. Good old fuzzy balls.
What up, Fuzzy? Good to be back, man. We missed you. Yeah, so today, people have heard about bailouts, right? That's where the government came and bailed out the banks, bailed out the car industry, used a bunch of taxpayers' money, right? But the next thing, it's bail-ins. The banks are going to take the money that we have to cash themselves, to try to fix the problem.
Exactly. And so this next financial bail-in, it's not a question on if it's going to happen, it's just when. But when it does happen, it's not going to be like how it was in 2008. It'll look really quiet. It won't be like these stimulus checks, okay? It's going to be very quiet. It'll look controlled, and most people won't even notice in the beginning what just happened.
But their purchasing power will, for sure. Today, we're talking about bail-ins and what they really mean and how to protect your family without banking, panicking.
Let's be honest, okay? The government has bailed out major banks, auto manufacturers, insurance giants, even entire financial markets.
With our money, without asking.
Yeah.
Yeah, in 2008, the Troubled Asset Relief Program cost hundreds of billions. Billions. Wait, what did it say?
I said the government can't bail out the COMEX, and that's completely right. And that's coming up pretty soon in the next 10 days. So,
Yeah, we're going to have a big a reveal, I guess it would be called, here on the 28th, right? Wouldn't it?
Yep. 27th, 28th, something like that.
Right. But where were we at here?
So in 2008, the Troubled Asset Relief Program cost hundreds of billions. And in 2020, trillions were created.
Trillions.
And recently, we saw regional banks collapse and get stabilized almost overnight. Here's what most people miss. They don't let the system fail. They print. They inject liquidity. They expand the money supply, and that money has to come from somewhere.
It comes from dilution. They are diluting what the value of our dollar, just spreading it all out. Have you ever had to like give your babies milk and like you're running low, had to put water in it?
That's exactly what they're doing with money.
How much did they like that milk?
Oh, they noticed.
Yeah. Don't run out of milk when you have babies.
Yeah, and the thing is, most Americans think, I was guilty of this before I knew any better, but they think, well, my bank is FDIC insured, so I'm safe.
Yeah, up to the limits, right?
Yeah,
Certain
exactly.
limits.
And here's the real issue. If your dollars are still there, are they worth the same?
No.
Every bailout increases liquidity.
Right. People still see that same number in their bank account, but they have to use more of those to get the same thing. That's what it's meaning.
Yep. And every liquidity injection, it weakens purchasing power. And every new dollar makes existing dollars buy less. That's not conspiracy. We're not just wearing tinfoil hats giving you some nonsense. This is a fact.
It's math.
Math. It's a monetary math. It's all it is. And inflation is not random. It doesn't just, oh, where did this come from? Huh, I don't know.
Yeah, they create this little magic thing they call policy. Oh, we're going to create a new policy. Going to steal everything you have.
Yeah, I mean, when the system protects itself, the currency absorbs the cost. So, if you're not hearing us, you need to listen.
Seriously.
We're serious this time.
I mean, we are.
This is
Seriously.
not it's not about fear. This is you need to realize that you need to steward your money because if not, you're not gonna have any real money. Cash is not real money anyways.
100 ounces of silver will be worth more than 75,000 USD in 3 years.
At least,
I have that. Praise God.
right?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that we need a strategy here. You guys need a strategy. I have the strategy, and it's been a real blessing. I didn't create it. It was an amazing group of individuals that created it, and it has changed my life, you know. Uh, smart families, we used to say smart. We really say now the informed families, they keep operating cash, keep emergency reserves, but hedge long-term savings. Like, we have to keep using our cash because that's what we operate in, you know? You go to the store, they don't take a chunk of gold. But the cool thing is, the system we use, you can use it just like cash pretty much. You push a button, it turns to cash, now you can use it.
Yep, and you do not wanna keep all of your hard-earned money into cash. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's saying not saying that the 75K USD will keep up with you, with the silver and gold, and that's absolutely right. You're not gonna be able to. Not with
Mhm.
what they're doing to the dollar, it just won't
It
stick.
no, it's I mean, the dollar's going to 0. People think that it's not happening. It's already happened. Penny's gone, and the dollar is already down to less than 3 cents. It's already almost there. People just don't realize it, and they're not using their foresight to see it, you know?
So what that means is when the dollar was created, you could buy a whole dollar worth of stuff. That same dollar now only buys 3 cents worth of stuff. That's why you have to use, like, almost 100 times more. I mean, 3 cents, not quite 100, right? 70 times or something like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, the people that are doing it, they're not keeping all of their cash. Then this is what we're really trying desperately to get a point across to people. Like cash, yes, we still need it. And everybody's like, "But the gold and silver is so expensive." And that's true. Buying it the traditional way, it's hard to do because, I mean, even if you could just get 1 ounce of silver from a normal place, you're not just gonna they don't hold on to it. They're gonna mail it to you. You're gonna have to pay for the shipping cost as well. So we don't have to worry about that. We can use gold and silver just like we're doing with cash,
Yep.
but in a nice, safe, secure manner.
And
And
it's really cool because gold and silver, they don't get diluted,
right,
and they don't need bailouts. They're trying to dilute silver by these paper silver junk, but February 28th, that's gonna come out. So
right.
that's not gonna be an issue as much anymore because they can't continue to try to do that. Physical gold and silver, physical metals cannot be diluted and they don't need a bailout at all. Precious metals don't rely on like a policy meeting. They just simply exist. They are because they are.
They'll never go to zero. Cash will go to zero. Every currency that we've had has gone to zero. Our dollar is not uh, immune to this. I
Th-
mean,
This is the fourth time. This is the fourth try for the US dollar. People don't know that.
right.
This is the fourth iteration. And guess what? We still didn't figure it out.
That's the only way it's lasted as long as it has. I mean, because they keep
they
pulling another trick.
Yep. They
And
don't even teach that in school, really. I never learned that. I
no,
learned about the gold standard, but they never really went into detail on it. They just kind of skim over it because they have to.
it's like the way they tell you about the gold standard, it more is like, something that was dumb almost because
Mhm.
they stopped doing it. I mean, I don't remember ever having any kind of concern to get gold and silver,
No, never.
but we should have. As believers, we're called to wisdom. And wisdom, I mean, I should ask more questions. How do you get wisdom? You seek it. And Joseph, he stored grain in an abundance, right? He had the wisdom. God gave him the vision, or he gave it to the Pharaoh, and he interpreted the dream by God's grace. He said, "It wasn't me that did this, but my God gave it to me." And so he didn't have to panic because why?
He was prepared. He was prepared. And it wasn't about doom. It was about discipline. And that's all it is. All it comes down to is discipline. And if bailouts continue and history says they will, we have one coming. It's if. It's about to happen. And I'm telling you now, you need to wake up and pay attention because history says they will. And then protecting purchasing power is responsible stewardship. The only way you can protect your purchasing power is not in a stock. It's not in a bond. It is in gold, silver, I'd say real estate too. Those are three assets you can never make more of. They will always have their value.
Yeah, gold and silver are just like little real estate, kinda.
Yep. Not
Uh,
everybody can afford $100,000, but you can afford $100.
oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, the stock crash is gonna be, like, just the end all, really.
It's gonna hurt everyone. All these people who have their money tied up with a financial advisor, they're gonna be hurt
Oh my goodness.
like drastically because financial advisors do not make money from putting their clients on gold and silver, so they don't do it.
There's gonna be some financial advisors swinging. I hope not. I hope that doesn't happen. I rebuke that. But, man, I'd be mad.
Yeah.
You know, you have your full trust in these people thinking that they're doing something good with your money,
Mhm.
and they're not
Yep.
because they don't make money. I bet you anything they take I mean, I don't know if they're buying gold and silver or not, but
And the sad thing is most financial advisors, it's not their fault because 'cause they're not educated on it.
they're not
Now,
informed.
if they are informed and they still choose to not help their clients get gold and silver, then they're fools and they're wicked in my opinion. But if they know what gold and silver does compared to other things and they still don't do it, that's wicked for sure. Now, most are not taught that in school. They're not taught about gold and silver, so I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, but they need to understand it because it's very important.
Right. Right. So here's what we personally believe is wise. One, don't panic. We don't have to panic. And we're not trying to fearmonger, but get your money out of the bank. Seriously. No, for real, man. And don't make emotional decisions. That's what gets most people in a bind. You know, we really do need to think things through and be wise, you
Just
know?
look at the numbers, man. The numbers, if you look at the numbers and you look at the statistics and the data for every decision you make, you'll never make an unwise decision as far as financial goes. If you look at something, you're like, well, Bitcoin went up a lot that one time. Yeah, it's never going to happen again. It was once in a lifetime. That lifetime is gone. Now they can't go back up. Last year was down 1.5%. Silver and gold has drastically gone up for the past 45, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, thousands of years. It has
Always.
always gone up. And it's
Compared
because
to the dollar.
compared to the dollar. But no matter what fiat currency it is, gold and silver is the only thing that stands the test of time.
That's right. Uh, so don't keep it all in one system, like a bank. Definitely don't keep it all in a bank. Uh, and gradually shift a portion of your savings into assets that can't be printed. I know a lot of us, you know, we don't the average person can't go buy a whole bunch of gold. We just can't. I mean, if you could, you'd take everything you have. We're not suggesting to put yourself in a bind, you know, because we still need to deal in cash, but start doing it a little at a time. And
Yep.
that's what our system's given us a chance to do.
Yep. That's why we use a gold and silver backed account that is physical product. You can ship it home and it's backed by gold and silver. It's the same as a savings account. So instead of keeping your money in that savings account or that checking account that's going to be really, really hurt in this bail in, you need to keep it into gold and silver backed account so that it can reap the benefits from those bail ins.
That's right. Uh, we can go back as early as 2018 when Venezuela, their currency died. There were millionaires that couldn't go buy groceries the next, just the next day.
It's going to
It
happen just
happened
like that.
like that before they knew it. It was too late. There is going to become a time where you're not going to be able to take your money out of the bank and do what we're doing. It's coming faster than we think. I hope it doesn't come this year. I hope it doesn't. But all signs point to something big happening, and this is our quincentennial.
Hmm.
It's significant.
What was that article? I sent it. Did you have your phone?
No.
Dang it. I wish Austin was watching. There's an article that I have to figure that out. But it is basically it's around what is this year, the significance of this year,
Yeah.
of the 250th year of the United States. And this article that was enacted, it is basically an economic reset. which sounds really good on the out portion, which it is. It's going to be great for those that are prepared.
That's right.
This economic reset is going to be also a catastrophic currency reset as well.
So those that have that cash in the bank that they built up, we have people in our town that are real well off. They've done well, entrepreneur, started businesses, have them a big old fat banking account, and they feel good about it. And I'm proud of them. That's awesome. But they are at risk, just like everybody else.
100%. So we have a gold and silver backed account. That is 1,000 times better than having it in a bank account. And yeah, we use money. We use cash, not money. We use cash for day-to-day expenses for most anything, right? But we made it very our founders made it very simple that you can directly transfer it back to your account. Say you need to pay a bill. And that's just temporary cuz it should be before the end of this year, we're gonna have a debit card for that
Can't
gold
wait.
and silver account.
It's gonna be amazing.
So
I won't even carry it. I just won't. I'm not gonna carry cash because we don't know when, you know.
exactly.
Uh But, this is why it's thinking long term. It's not hype and it's not fear. I know it is something big coming up, and we need to think about it. You don't have to be scared. You don't have to get prepared when you're prepared
Yep.
for
So
something.
I do want to address this real quick because I know a lot of people that are paying attention to gold and silver, especially silver right now. They're like, "Hey, why is silver doing so poorly?" First of all, it's still up for the year. It's still at all-time highs, right?
It reached 70 for the first time ever in, like, December.
Yeah.
That was, like, a first time in history that it reached that.
So that being said, on February 28th, they have these margin calls for the COMEX. We've already discussed it. That's why silver's so volatile right now. That's one of the many reasons why it's so volatile while it's low, because everyone knows what's about to happen. The COMEX is going to be like, oh man, we actually don't have all the silver we say we have. Oh, buddy. They're going to have to fix that. The only way they can fix that, silver up a lot, but just because of that, because they don't have as much as what people think that they have. So supply and demand. Supply, they think supply is high and demand is high. But in reality, supply is extremely low, demand is really high.
That's right.
So when that gets addressed on February 28th, y'all are gonna see what silver is about to do. I think by June,
That was my clock ticking.
what was it, June that Todd was talking about earlier?
Yep.
By June, I think we're gonna see $360 for silver. I agree with that.
I don't see any reason why it wouldn't. There's something it's gonna happen, you know. And praise God that we do have people like Todd and I mean we're not the only talking heads screaming this from the rooftop. A gentleman that I watched yesterday, like he was the one. He's like, "Get your money out of the banks." You know,
Is that
we need.
is that how I talk?
Yeah, he talks like that kind of.
Popeye?
But for real though, the next bailout, they're gonna call it stability, right? They're gonna try to stabilize things. Uh, and like Hunter said, if you're ready for it, it's gonna be great. If you have gold, silver, you're going to buy into the next currency because their currency it's going to be backed by gold, just like the rest of the nations are doing. That's what we return to every time, so people can get trust in it.
But
When we were on the gold standard, that it garnered trust, right?
mhm. And you might wonder, "Hey, man, I don't have that much money. If these bail-ins are coming really soon, what am I gonna be able to do about this economic reset and this currency reset?" Well, would you rather have $1,000 worth of silver by then or no silver by then? That's the real question. It's not about, "I'm not gonna have enough." You're never gonna have enough.
No, I want more. I want way
I
more than
mean,
I have.
you could have 1,000 ounces of silver in your account. Todd, perfect example. Thousands of ounces of gold and silver, mainly silver, and he's still buying boatloads of it on a normal basis. Because once you're into this kind of thing and you start stacking, you understand what the importance is of stacking. You're not going to want to stop stacking because you know what's happening. happening. You know what's happened in the past. And even if we didn't have an economic reset, we didn't have a currency reset, and we didn't have bail-ins. Let's say none of that happened. It's going to, but let's say it didn't. If you look at the numbers, gold and silver are the best thing you can put your money into 100% of the time.
Yeah, but that real estate that he's mentioned, it's pretty expensive, and then, the house there's lots of things that could happen, you know what I mean? It is riskier for sure. It's ex it's exactly it. That's exactly it. Say what he said.
And with this gold and silver account, the more that you buy and save, the more you buy, the more you save, or overbuying it elsewhere. That's 100% accurate. Because guess what? When you have these bail-ins and you're like, man, it's about to happen. I need to get as much silver as you want. You can't go to your dead pawn shop and be like, hey, I need silver. They're gonna be like, we're actually out of stock. Or say it hits a all-time high and you're like, oh, I want to cash out right now. You have to drive all the way to find a place to be able to give you a decent spot price buyback. They're not gonna give you spot price. It's a hassle. With us, with the company that we found, we can buy gold or silver or sell gold or silver at those peak moments just as you would want to be able to do so. So, like, the other day when we were, that morning we woke up, silver was at 90, so we were sitting happy, and then silver dropped down to, like, 64 or no, 74, and we're like, "Oh, man," and we went on our app and we bought several ounces of it, and we were able to take advantage of that, and then it went back up. If you were just stacking physical gold and silver through another company, you're not gonna have that ability. You can't
Very
do it.
difficult. Very difficult to do that, and they don't have it. That's just the thing. The company that we use, they're tier 1 with 4, gold and silver mints. That means
4 of the I think 12.
is it 12? I thought it was less than that, but they only need 4 right now because that's filling them up, but guess what? If they need another one, they have the clout, they're gonna get it,
Mhm.
and so these companies, they call them up and they say, "Hey, how many pallets of gold and how many pounds of pallets of silver do you need?" "Alright, we're sending it your way," and then if they have anything left, they call the next guy, but, a lot of these places, they are relying on people to bring their product in so that they can have product to sell. So they gotta give them whatever price it is, and take, not the full price, 'cause then they're not that's why they only give you 86, percent or something. So then they could turn around and sell it above spot or whatever they're selling it for so they can make profit. But the only way they're getting it is from people bringing it in. It's not from, the mints and whatnot.
Yep. So, and I know a lot of people are thinking like this. Right now, silver is at like 65 or 75. It's not super high compared to where it was. It's still much higher than it's ever been. That being said, people are like, man, silver's hit its peak. It's about to go down.
Absolutely
It's
not.
not a stock.
It's not a
It's
stock.
it's manipulated and it's waiting on the next things to happen. Okay? So, right now you have a second chance at buying more on clearance. We've
It's
said
on
that a
clearance.
thousand times, right? On clearance. It's on sale. Don't wait to buy silver. Even when it's well, we were talking about that earlier. It's like, man, I should have got into it 3 years ago. You're gonna say that for the rest of your life.
Yep. Here in 3 years, you're gonna, "Man, I really should," don't wait any longer. You waited this long? Stop. Stop waiting. What do we have here? It says, "Get educated. Be prepared, because the people who win in uncertain times are the ones who prepared before everyone else noticed."
Yep. And this isn't about, like, oh my gosh, the world's gonna end. We're not talking about that. We're talking about being prepared.
Mm,
God gives us signs. He gives us warnings, and people need to look at those signs and those warnings and use them to their own advantage. He told Noah, "Hey, I'm gonna flood the world."
he got busy.
The world, it's never flooded before. They didn't even really get rain at
No.
all there.
Hey,
So when he started trying to tell people, they were like, "You're crazy, dude. It doesn't even rain here. Are you kidding me?"
what they woke up and they were like, "Hey, Why is the grass wet in the morning? Oh, wait, how's it go?
It's the joke is the grass. My buddy said the grass don't be wet in the morning,
It just do.
but it do.
But it do, yeah, but it do.
But no,
Sorry.
on a serious note, like Noah was going around telling everyone in his village, "Hey, dude, it's about to flood. I don't know when it's gonna happen, but God said it's gonna happen, so we need to get ready." And
That's
they're
right.
like, "Dude, it doesn't even rain here.
What?
We don't even get mist. We don't get a drizzle. It doesn't rain. You're crazy. You're just crazy conspiracy theorist." Okay, bud, but I'm telling you, it's gonna rain. No, it's not. So he was like, "Well, I did my job. I told people I'm gonna build my boat." He started building his boat. Guess
Ooh.
what? That rain came, and everybody's like, "Hey, man, let me on board." Look, dude, I'm sorry. I gave you a chance. That's exactly what's gonna happen with this market. Okay?
Imma build a boat in the sand where they say it never rains, right? Isn't that how it
Yeah,
goes?
that's a good one. That's exactly what's gonna happen in this market. You know, gold and silver are that boat. You can either get in or you can drown.
That's basically it, man.
Because
That's a great mic drop right there.
you can either get in.
Or you can drown.
I mean, it's no question about if it's gonna happen anymore. And we're not conspiracy, we're not fear mongering. We're explaining it is 100% fail rate for fiat currency. And it's not just we're not saying, well, it could happen. It is happening. It's already started.
Yeah.
The penny's gone.
Hey, my voice is stuck like that.
The penny's gone. The nickel's next. The dimes after that. Quarters.
Oh, it's gonna be
Dollars.
it's a domino effect, and but they're gonna be falling. You know, the bigger they are, the harder they fall.
It's gonna be a lot faster than that penny. So, and if you don't know about the penny thing, go to a restaurant right now and try to pay with a penny. A lot of them will be like, "Well, you gotta have exact change because we're running short on pennies," or something of that nature, or they'll round up to the
Yeah,
nearest
one restaurant we went to didn't even they don't want your pennies. They don't want them. I thought that's illegal to deny
a currency.
when you go to pay.
Yeah.
It's for all debts. Pizza party was a debt, right? Kinda or
Yeah,
something.
I think so.
Anyway, I'm
Oh,
not a lawyer or a rocket scientist.
no. But just to be clear to everyone, because it has been misconstrued, what we offer is not I don't offer anything. I'm just informing. We have gold and silver account. And people think, well, that's not real physical gold and silver.
If it's a nice restaurant, pennies are offensive.
Yeah, right.
That's for sure.
Make it hail.
You
But
ever gave a change to your waitress as a tip?
no, she just
Ooh,
keep the change.
thanks. Chucks it at you.
No, what was I saying?
Gold and silver account. You're telling them what we got again.
Oh, it's a common misconception. When we say gold and silver account, people are like, oh, that's like paper silver. It's not real. It's like not real product.
It's
No,
crazy how
go,
many times we tell people this stuff.
it is physical gold and silver. You can ship it home at dealer pricing. It's real, 100% real. But
Okay.
another
Waffle
misconception.
House and Waterburg, they're fine. You can still.
Oh, another misconception. People are like, well, gold and silver. That sounds really cool and all, but I don't know if I like the company that you're trying to tell me about. Why? Well, don't they do like some kind of like direct sales marketing or something? Hmm. Like every other company?
Yeah,
Every company does sales that sells gold and silver.
yeah. Sam's Club, Costco, they also do the same thing.
So
Go tell a friend.
it's
You get you a gift card.
there's a lot of misconceptions with what we offer,
Hey,
and it
but
shouldn't
I
be.
like real product, you know? Have you ever, told somebody 15 times that they can have this stuff shipped to the door, and then you get a voicemail from 'em saying, I really just prefer to have physical gold and silver in
Well,
hand.
physical gold and silver is what we have.
And you can get it in 5 days.
5. Hold on. 5. What?
You ain't got no button.
5. 5.
Oh, and there's no
5.
echo.
5. 5. 5.
Wait, wait.
5, 5,
5
in
days.
5 business days. That's how quickly you can get your gold and silver shipped to your house. But I don't want to store it and get robbed.
Yes, exactly.
That's another cool thing about our company is there was actually we were talking to somebody today, and this lady had like giant boxes of gold and
You
silver.
know, the big old laundry soap boxes? She was stacking her gold and silver into these boxes. Her brother she told people about it. She told everybody about it.
She was running her mouth too
You
much.
can't cast your pearls before swine. You gotta live gray. You gotta live like you don't have it. But her brother came, killed her.
I thought it was her ex-husband.
I thought it was a brother.
Somebody came that she knew very well, all the way from 3 states over, came all the way up, killed her because they wanted her gold and silver.
Right. But if she would have not had it and not been telling everybody about it for one, but if she'd have just had it safe and secure in a communal vault, then it would be safe.
Yep.
Safe from the IRS as well.
Yep.
Because if you get sued, you get in a wreck and you get in a crazy car wreck, you know, and they're like, we got to take everything that you have. They can't take what's in this vault. They can't do it. It's a communal account. There's already been laws passed about these. You know, people trying banks trying to or IRS trying to take from like Venmo.
There's no path to heaven without humility. That's right.
Amen. And that's the most important thing though. When we're talking about getting prepared, first thing you need to be checking because the beginning of wisdom is fear of the Lord.
Amen.
So that's where I started. That's really what led me on this path in the beginning. I was praying for a way to build a retirement safe from inflation. Like that was my prayer. And to find a way to work from home, honestly. This was about 4 years ago. I was really praying hard about it. And God gave me exactly that exactly. But when you put your trust in God all the way and you're humble, you come to him with humility, just like Jesus did. Man, people think that Jesus like used some kind of God powers while he's on earth. He was 100% man while he's on earth, doing the will of the Father. Every miracle that he performed was he was the vessel, but it was still done by the Father through him. He went to that cross just like you and I would have, and he spent his whole 33 years preparing for that moment. If he wouldn't have been so tightly weaved with the Father, doing his will every day, learning, just, when he was tempted, he says, it is written, it is written. He kept responding to Satan, it is written. He's saying the words that were written that God, pressed upon the prophets. And he was training himself because it was hard for even him. He was still a man. He was still a man. I mean, everything was this. He went through all the temptations that we did, just the same. Don't think that he wasn't tempted to run from that cross. That would have been the most agonizing, and it wasn't just the cross. It was the thought of his father turning his back on him. You know, like he did. When God can't look on sin, so when he took the sin of the world on him, that was the most agonizing thing for him. But he still looked out in the crowd and he said, "Forgive them, for they know not what they do." He still had compassion on us. Praise Jesus for that.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Fuzzy Balls.
Absolutely. So if you've gotten anything from what we talked about today, it's just simply open your eyes. The bail-ins are coming. Monetary collapse is already here. Gold and silver are the only scapegoat. Okay? So, if you want to know how you can get gold and silver, the link for our website that it has a lot of cool, interesting stuff in there. Kind of helps you show you how we have found to get gold and silver as little as $1 or as much as a trillion bajillion dollars. There's no maximum, no minimum, and you're getting the best deal on your gold and silver with 100% buyback every time over spot price. So, if you want to learn how you can have that ability, check out our website, or you can just give us a call, shoot us a text. My number is 901-403-2293.
Mine is 555 no 870-447-5018. Can't wait to hear from you.
Alrighty. We will see you guys later, and as always, God bless.
Peace.